So I really got into immunology and virology as a graduate student. I initially did a master's in immunology. As part of that master's in immunology, I did a really short research project in a lab that worked on influenza virus vaccines. First, you have to have some evidence that what you want to target on the virus or in the viral life cycle will actually in some way inhibit that virus from replicating. So you need to have evidence either in vitro, maybe there's some evidence in animal models, or even maybe some serological evidence in humans that the immune response that you're looking to elicit or the particular target in the virus is actually going to be protective in some way. So we would call this some proof of principle. So coronavirus is a really large family of RNA viruses. So they have RNA for their genome, positive sense RNA. They are actually responsible for 10 to 30% of the colds we experience over the winter. Okay, so they're a pathogen that's very common to humans. All right? Most of us will have already been infected with coronaviruses. So if we compare it to SARS, so it's a cousin of SARS. If we look at it at the sequence level, it shares about 80% nucleotide homology to SARS. SARS had a mortality rate of about 10%. This new virus seems to be quite a bit lower, so it's only about 2%. Okay, so from a mortality standpoint, maybe less of a concern than SARS. However, there is higher morbidity with this virus, so more people are infected. Some of the probably I'll say not bad, but less good things about the virus. There is definitely evidence that it is transmitting human to human and that there is community-acquired viral transmission. SARS primarily, there was a lot of what we call nosocomial infections, so there was infections happening in hospitals with healthcare workers and other people that were in the hospitals, but we didn't see a lot of community-acquired SARS. This virus looks different in that way, and in fact, when we talk about community-acquired viruses, in that way it resembles a little more of influenza viruses, which are spread within the community. So that presents some challenges from like a quarantine perspective. It's very difficult to stem the spread, to isolate individuals, probably because this virus is less severe than SARS.